Magnetic field due to long straight conductor carrying current. So we are going to find out an expression for magnetic field due to long straight conductor carrying current. Here y dash is the long straight conductor. So it is y dash is an infinitely long straight conductor. Okay. Now let I be the steady current passing through the conductor. So what is I? I is the steady current passing through the conductor. Now P is a point at a distance A from the midpoint of the conductor. What is P? P is a point at a distance A from the midpoint of the conductor. Now, here we have taken a small element AB on the conductor. Okay. So, the length of this conductor is dl. Okay. So, what is AB? AB is a small element of length dl. The next one is theta. Theta is the angle between the current element IDL and the line joining the current element and the point P. So this is the angle between IDL and BP. Okay. So theta is the angle between the current element IDL and the line joining the element DL and the point P. Now R. The point R is the distance between A and P. The line element at A and P. So that is R. Okay. Now we are going to find out the magnetic field at this point P. Okay. So for that I am going to write Biot-Savart law. Okay. According to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field at point P due to the current element IDL is dB vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi IDL sin theta by r square into n unit vector. So where n vector is the unit vector which points into the page. That means the direction of the unit vector is into the page. Okay. So now we have written the Biot-Savart law. Now draw a perpendicular from A to the line BP. So AC is the perpendicular drawn from A to the line BP. Now I am going to take the triangle ABC. In the triangle I am going to find it out sin theta. Now here this is your theta. This is the opposite side of the theta and this is your hypotenuse. Okay. So I can write sin theta is equal to AP by AB. Okay. So in triangle ABC, sin theta is equal to AC by AB. Okay. Now what is AB? AB is ideal. What is AB? AB is what? Ideal. So I can write AB is equal to ideal. Okay. So sin theta is equal to AC by ideal. Okay. So from this I can write AC. AC is equal to ideal sin theta. AC is equal to what? Ideal sin theta. Now I am writing the Biot-Savart law as equation number 1. Now this as equation number 2. Now let D phi is the angle between AP and BP. The angle between the lines AP and BP is D phi. So we can write triangle APB is equal to angle BPC. Okay. Angle APB is equal to angle BPA. That is nothing but what? D phi. So I can write it here as angle APB is equal to angle BPA, which is equal to what? D phi. Okay. Now I am going to take the triangle APC. Okay. So triangle APC. Okay. So in triangle APC, I am going to find it out. Sine D phi. So what is sine D phi? Opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay. So what is your opposite side? AC. AC by AP. AC by AP. So in triangle APC, sine D phi is equal to AC by AP. Okay. Now, I am going to write d phi is very small. So, I am going to write d phi is very small. Okay. So, sine d phi can be written as approximately written as only d phi. Can be only written as what? D phi. So, this equation can be rewritten as d phi is equal to AC by AP. D phi is equal to what? AC by AP. From the diagram, AP is equal to R. Okay. So, we are going to substitute here AP is equal to R. So, I am going to write AP is equal to R. So, D phi is equal to AC by R. Okay. So, AC can be written as R D phi. AC can be written as what? R D phi. This I am going to take it as equation number 3. Now your equation 2 is AC is equal to ideal sine theta. And your equation 3 is AC is equal to R D phi. So both have their left hand sides equal. Okay. So we can equate equation 2 and 3. We can equate equations what? 2 and equations 2 and 3. I can write AC is equal to DL sine theta, which is equal to R D phi. This I am going to take it as equation number 4. I am going to substitute equation 4 in equation 1. You know equation 1 is dB vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi ideal sine theta n unit vector by r square. So, equating equation 4 in equation 1. Okay. So, I can write dB vector it is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi. Ideal sine theta can be written as R D phi. Okay. So, ideal sine theta can be written as what? R D phi. So, DL sine theta. So, I can write it here. DL sine theta is R D phi by R square into n unit vector. Okay. So now I can rewrite this as 1 r and another r will get what? Cancel. So I can rewrite this as dB vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi I d phi by r into n unit vector. This I am going to take it as equation number 5. Now again coming to the diagram. Okay. Now let phi is the angle between AP and OP. Let phi is the angle between what? AP and OP. So I am going to write it here. Let phi is the angle between AP and OP. Okay. Now, I am going to take the triangle OPA, this triangle OPA. Okay. So, in triangle OPA, can we find out cos phi? Cos phi is adjacent side by hypotenuse. OP is your adjacent side and AP is your hypotenuse. OP is your adjacent side and AP is your hypotenuse. So, I can write in triangle OPA, cos phi is equal to OP by AP. OP by what? AP. So what is OP here? OP is A. AP is R. So here it can be written as A by R. A by R. Okay. So R is equal to, from this we can write cos phi is equal to A by R. So R is equal to A by cos phi. This I am going to take it as equation number 6. Now I am going to substitute equation number 6 in 5. Going to substitute equation number 6 in 5. So what is 5? dB vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi I d phi by, for R I am going to substitute as A by cos phi. So it is A by cos phi into n unit vector. Now this can be rewritten as dB vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi I d phi. Here cos phi is in the what? We can take it to the numerator. So it is cos phi by A into n vector. Okay. So this can be rewritten as dB vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi I cos phi d phi by A into n unit vector. This I am going to take it as equation number 7. Okay. Now we have found out the magnetic field for the small element dl. Okay, now we have to go for finding the magnetic field at P due to the conductor y dash. Okay, so I can write the total magnetic field at P due to the conductor y dash is. Now how to find it out? Just to integrate it. So I can write integral dB vector. So the integral dB vector, here the angles are between what? Phi 1 and phi 2. Here the angle, this angle is phi 1 and this angle is what? Phi 2. So the angles are between phi 1 and phi. So we can write it as minus phi 1. One is in the lower coordinate, another one is in the upper. So it is minus phi 1 to phi 2. Here it is integral minus phi 1 to plus phi 2. Okay. We can write mu 0 by 4 pi I cos phi d phi by A into n unit vector. Now this can be written as integral dB is B only. So it is B vector is equal to integral. Here mu 0, 4 pi, I, A all are what? Constant. So I can take mu 0, I by 4 pi A outside. Okay, integral minus phi 1 to phi 2. Okay, cos phi d phi. Cos phi d phi into n unit vector. So B vector is equal to mu 0 I by 4 pi A. Integral cos pi d phi is what? Sin phi. Okay. So sin phi. I am writing the limits phi 2. Here it is minus phi 1 into n unit vector. So integral B vector is equal to mu 0 I by 4 pi A. Okay, I am applying the limit sin phi 2 minus sin minus phi 1. Okay, into n vector. This can be written as mu 0 I by 4 pi A. Sin minus phi 2 is phi 1 is minus sin phi 1. So it is sin phi 2 plus sin phi 1 to n unit vector. Okay. Now, for infinitely straight conductor, the value of phi 1 is equal to phi 2, which is equal to 90 degree. Okay, this is only for the straight conductors. So we can write B vector is equal to mu 0 I by 4 pi A, and we are going to substitute the values for phi 1 and phi 2. So sine 90 degree plus sine 90 degree into unit vector. What is sine 90? Sine 90 is 1. Okay, so I can write mu 0 I by 4 pi A into, here this is 1 plus 1. So it is 2 to n unit vector. So cancelling this 2 and this 4. So you'll be getting here 2. So it is mu 0 I by 2 pi A to n unit vector. So this is the expression we are getting for the magnetic field due to a long straight conductor carrying current. So the final expression is mu 0 I by 2 pi A into n unit vector.